A communique from Marshal Soult, sire. And Prince Maurice Liechtenstein has arrived at your headquarters under a flag of truce.
Ah, more interesting. Ulm will be in our hands within a few days. Mark me, gentlemen. Liechtenstein.
Yes, sire?
General Mack has sent you to negotiate the surrender of Ulm.
No, sire, just terms for its evacuation, and the evacuation of Memmingen.
You may enter. Poor General Mack. He's cooped up in Ulm. He can't move. Within a week I shall take the city, and half the Austrian army with it. Why should I talk terms for evacuation?
Because, sire, we shall fight unless you do. Our position is stronger than you think.
General Mack is a fool. In his anxiety to come to grips with me, he advances too far for his baggage trains to support him. And then he loses his nerve and stands still at Ulm. If he were a general of mine, I'd have him court-martialed and shot.
Sire, I repeat, we shall defend both Ulm and Memmingen to the last man. Surely you would prefer to occupy both peaceably than to fight a battle, the outcome of which cannot be certain.
You think the outcome uncertain?
I do. And your Majesty must know that a Russian army under Kutuzov is at this moment in Austria, and is advancing to link up with the main Austrian force.
Your Russian army is more than 2 weeks' march away. In any case, my marshals have interposed themselves between you and Vienna. Look. Murat, Davout, Lannes, Soult. The road to Vienna is closed. You can neither withdraw nor effect a junction. Marshal Ney has defeated Ferdinand at Stuttgart and crossed the Danube. You see, Mack must surrender his army, and that is all there is to it.
General Mack will fight to the end. He has already issued a proclamation to his troops.
If you believe that, Prince, you're a bigger fool than they are. You may go back to Mack and tell him I grant no terms except surrender.
Then you will have to take both Ulm and Memmingen by force of arms.
You're behind the times, Prince. Memmingen has already fallen.
Forgive me, but I find that hard to believe.
Oh, you may believe it. General Spangenberg has laid down his arms. Here is his signature to the document. It was brought to me not 15 minutes ago. You may take it to Mack with my compliments. I'm in no hurry, you understand. The more he delays, the worse his position is.
Success attends His Majesty's arms wherever he goes.
I did not ask to come here. It was not I who marched into Bavaria without declaration of war, but the Austrians. And what have I done to the Tsar Alexander, that he marches 100,000 men to join them?
May I remind your Majesty that the Peace of Luneville guaranteed the independence of Italy, Holland, and Bavaria? Yet you joined Genoa to France, and French troops are now in Holland?
I believed that peace would be a lasting one. But it was they who broke it, not I. The moment it was signed, Russia and Austria began conspiring against me, supported always and everywhere by England.
There was no conspiracy.
Oh! Did Russia and England not form an alliance dedicated to the re-establishment of the balance of power in Europe? Or did I dream it?
It was to bring about the independence of Holland and Switzerland.
It was to bring about my ruin and the ruination of France. No, Prince. They have mounted a crusade against me. And why? What have I done? I controlled the revolution. I preserved what was good in it. And I tried to make peace. But that wasn't good enough for them. Nothing will be good enough for them except my destruction. And why again? Because for the legitimate monarchs of Europe, my pedigree is too short for the title of emperor.
Some say that it is your reach that is too long, sire.
My enemies may say what they choose. Actions speak louder than words, Prince, as you're about to see.
No, not those. General Kutuzov wants only those papers relating to the condition of the troops that have just arrived. Yes, those. And the letters we received from Archduke Ferdinand and General Mack.
But, General, the troops are in no condition to move forward. Well, you saw for yourself the condition they were in. They've marched over 1,000 miles.
I understand that, Your Excellency. What concerns me is exactly when they will be in the right condition.
Well, all I can say is, if the matter depended on my personal wishes, we should have linked up with the Austrian army long ago. Now, Bolkonsky brought the papers. Now, these will give you some idea of the state of the Russian army and its equipment.
Yes, I understand. But I am here to urge you to make every effort to link up with our forces.
Oh, my dear fellow, every effort is being made. For my part, I assure you it would be a relief to hand over responsibility to one of your Austrian commanders. They're so much better at this kind of thing than we are.
Still, the delay robs you of the opportunity of winning the laurels Russian troops are accustomed to.
Well, I agree with you, but what can we do? For the moment, we must leave the laurels to your Archduke Ferdinand and General Mack. The Archduke is doing so well, I feel sure he has no desperate need of us at the moment.
We cannot be certain of that.
Bolkonsky, let me have the Archduke's last letter. You see, he says there what I have just this minute been telling you.
Yes, of course. Still, General Mack faces Bonaparte himself at Ulm, and it cannot be denied he is in urgent need of support.
Naturally. And who would deny it? I would quarrel only with your use of the term urgent.
But that is my information.
Bolkonsky, let me have General Mack's last letter. I feel sure you have nothing later than this. We are masters of Ulm and cannot be deprived of the advantage of commanding both banks of the Danube. We wait confidently, therefore, until the Imperial Russian army is ready to join us. Oh, that doesn't sound like a very urgent request, General.
In war, one may prepare for the worst.
And that is what we are doing, preparing for the worst. I'll have Bolkonsky draw up a memorandum of all the intelligence we have gathered regarding the movements of the Austrian and French armies.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
General Kutuzov wants all the information collected in the last week from our scouts. Let us have 3 copies.
Commander-in-Chief, Kutuzov.
Whom shall I announce? Whom shall I announce?
You see before you the unfortunate General Mack.
The whole army. All of it.
There was nothing else to do. We were boxed in.
Well, it serves them right. They're always so cocky, these Austrians. It'll teach them a lesson.
Are you so stupid you don't know what this means? Half the campaign has been lost already. An Allied army has been destroyed, and the road to Vienna is wide open. Is that something to snigger at? Pack your things, get ready to move, all of you. The whole army will be withdrawing by sunset.
He's got a shoe coming up. Take him to my orderly Lavrushka. Get it done properly.
Oh, Wosthoff, dear chap, do stop cleaning that wretched equipment. You were cleaning it when I went out last night.
Is there any sign of us moving yet?
No. I'm fed up. I really am. Come all this way and then just sit here doing nothing. No women, nothing. Nothing to do but drink and play cards.
How much do you lose?
Oh, too much. And I have to pay the quartermaster. See how much there's there, Wosthoff? Can't think why we don't link up with the Austrians.
You heard the rumour?
What rumour?
Austrians. They've surrendered at Ulm.
Don't be stupid, Wosthoff, dear chap.
No, I heard it from the quartermaster. He was up at HQ this morning. Says the rumour's right.
Am I the commander of this squadron or not?
Of course.
Then I'll tell you when the Austrians surrender at Ulm, old boy. Just fancy not a single good card. All night.
40 rubles.
Oh, dear. It's horrid bad luck, it really is.
Denisov, please, let me lend you some.
I never borrow from my own chaps. Put the pass under the pillow. Hello, Telianin. What do you want?
Rostov said he wanted to see me.
Yes. I do.
Oh, I took a drubbing last night, all right. You were better off not coming. Well, I'd better go and see the quartermaster.
Look, that horse you sold me started to go lame.
I don't believe it.
Well, it's true.
Then you must have been riding it badly.
I don't ride horses badly. I've been riding them since I was 2.
Well, it was a perfectly good horse when I sold it to you.
It couldn't have been.
Well, you examined it. If you know so much about horses, why didn't you spot it?
In the first place, there's some things you don't spot till you've ridden a horse for some time. And if you remember, I was in rather a hurry when we did the deal. In the second place, I naturally trust a brother officer.
What's wrong with the horse?
I'll get my orderly to show you. Wait here. Lavrushka! Lavrushka, come here a minute.
Well?
He's coming. After all, I paid 700 rubles for that horse.
You've got a good horse, Rostov. I wouldn't have sold it to you otherwise. And I don't take kindly to imputations of bad faith.
I'm not implying bad faith. I like the horse very much. I'm not just trying to get my money back. Tell Captain Telianin what's wrong with the horse.
He's got a cracked hoof, sir.
Oh, a cracked hoof, that's nothing. I'll show you how we fix that in the army.
I want it done properly. I don't want to go into a charge of the horse that goes lame.
You won't. I'll show you exactly the kind of rivet to put in. Come on, Lavrushka. Show me where the horse is.
What did he say?
I can pay 25 rubles and owe the rest till payday.
I say, Denisov, do you think we'll ever actually get into battle?
Oh, naturally, but not till the old man's ready. Oh, Kutuzov's too clever for that.
I'm glad I'll be with you.
Thank you, dear boy. Where's the pass?
Under the pillow.
It's not.
It was there. I put it there.
Well, it's gone.
I don't understand.
None of your tricks, Wostov.
But I told you I'd put it under the pillow!
Lavushka. Must have been him. I saw him leave here.
Lavushka! Wait, Denisov, wait! It can't have been Lavushka. I was in here all the time with him.
Then who could... Rubbish. I tell you, you're mad. I won't allow it.
It must have been him.
No. An officer in my squad would never.
I tell you, it must have been him. I'll go and see him.
Don't you dare.
But don't you see that apart from him, I was the only other person in the room?
I don't care. The purse was lost. Nobody took it. It fell down a hole.
He took it!
Silence, I order you. The purse was lost. Now that's the end of it.
Not as far as I'm concerned.
You'll do what you're told, Wostov. This is an army, and we've a battle to fight. And you'll do as you're told, damn it, starting right now.
We're moving.
Up.
No, back. The whole army's withdrawing.
Get that wagon moving! Do you want us to be here all day? You're holding everyone up! You there, come and give a hand and look lively! The French aren't far behind! What are you doing? Get back and stay in rank! Stop pushing and you'll all get across! Dismount!
Please take the purse, Denisov. Stop talking about that bloody purse, Wostov. I don't want it.
I made him give it back to me.
Captain Denisov! Captain Denisov!
Yes.
It's from the Colonel. You're to burn the bridge when the last troops have crossed.
Right. I'll need 3 men.
I'll go.
Good. Lesbisky, stay with the horses. The rest of you, we join the regiment. They're waiting in the next village.
I told you he took the money and you wouldn't believe me.
You'd no right to challenge him.
I had every right.
The honor of the regiment comes first.
But this preserves its honor.
It does not. Allow me to know, Wostov. Now stop talking and get more brushwood. Go on.
Look, I'll take the money and I won't mention it again.
If they don't hurry up, the French will be here before we can light it.
Denisov, I went to a lot of trouble to get this back!
Go along there! Better move on! French infantry. Come on, you're the last! You know when the French is to get you, do you? Hurry up! Hurry up!
Come on, hurry up! Commence firing when ready!
Come on, chaps! It's now or never! Hurry up, you lazy sots! Move yourselves! We're going to burn the bridge! Come on, now! Fire the bridge! Fire!
About the purse, Denisov, I'm sorry.
Oh, rubbish. It's just... Well, you've got to be together, don't you know?
Are we withdrawing again, Your Excellency?
Oh, Bolkonsky, you're back. Napoleon has taken Vienna. Have you not heard? C'est incroyable, the speed with which he moves.
Taken Vienna? Already? But the bridges across the Danube, were they not destroyed?
It seems incredibly that Marshal Murat tricked the Austrian commander into giving them up. Murat so dazzled him with his cloak and his ostrich plumes, the man really thought the war was over.
One must admire them.
If one had the time, it would be a pleasure. Unfortunately, I have not. Now, see here. The French are now advancing in great strength and at great speed against our lines of communication with the troops coming from Russia. If we remain here, we suffer the same fate as General Mack did at Ulm.
And if we pull back to join up with them, we must accept a battle on the march.
The first thing a commander-in-chief learns not to do, eh? However, that is what we shall do. I have put Prince Bagration in charge of the rear to cover us while we withdraw. He must take the full weight of the French until we can get into some sort of position.
Which will be where?
Well, that's the point. I think it must be here. Somewhere around the village of Austerlitz. Bagration must gain us all the time he can. We need every moment. And all he has is 4,000 men. If a 10th part of them returns, I shall be grateful. Well, how are things at Brünn?
I was received by both emperors. I reported as you asked on our condition and our position. They seemed in good spirits, Your Excellency. The Tsar asked me to convey to you his deep affection. May I make a request?
What is it?
I would like to serve with Prince Bagration until the action is over.
Why? I need you here. You're a good officer.
I don't feel I'm a good officer until I've seen active service.
You'll see it soon enough.
I feel I would be of use to him.
Oh, very well.
Le Colonel Froissart, Your Excellency, emissary of Prince Murat.
You may be seated, Colonel.
Prince Murat sends his deepest respects to Prince Bagration. He has followed your career with admiration for many years.
His own has been far more dazzling. Why has he sent you?
To propose a truce.
A truce? That seems unlike him. Is your situation so poor?
On the contrary, Your Excellency, it is exceptionally good, as you must know. However, he has heard that negotiations for peace have begun, and he wishes to avoid unnecessary bloodshed.
I would agree with that.
If a peace is concluded, he feels you would both regret a needless battle and loss of life. He proposes, therefore, a 3-day truce, on condition that both armies remain where they are.
I have no authority, Colonel, either to reject or accept such terms. However, I will without delay communicate this to General Kutuzov, who I am sure will send someone to Prince Murat to pursue the matter further.
I thank you, Your Excellency, for your reception.
You heard all that clearly?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Convey it at once to General Kutuzov. Tell him that since we can use any weapon to delay their assault, I recommend that he open negotiations with Murat.
Yes, Your Excellency. And Prince Bolkonsky is outside, Your Excellency.
Ah, ask him to come in.
Yes, sir.
Prince Bolkonsky. You bring news from Kutuzov?
No, Prince, except that you're in his thoughts. He has seconded me to you for the duration of the action.
I see. At your request?
Yes, Prince.
Well, you won't see any action for a while. Murat has proposed a truce.
A truce? Why?
I don't know. But I suspect he's made a mistake. He imagines we're the van of Kutuzov's army instead of the rear. He therefore wants to bring the rest of the French army up to deal us one crushing blow.
I see. That's in the nature of a reprieve.
Yes, we couldn't have expected it. And we need all the time we can get.
In that case, may I take the opportunity to inspect the disposition of the forces and make a few notes?
Yes, that would be very useful. Thank you.
What regiment is this, Captain?
Pavlo Guard Hussars.
And what are your orders here?
We're covering any attempt by the French infantry to cross that field and turn our line.
Where is the rest of the regiment?
On the other side of the wood.
Thank you.
Staff officers. Having one with that, dear boy. Got to have a staff, you know. And it can't be one without officers.
You think the French will attack today?
Not likely. There's a strong rumour a truce has been signed.
You only command my advance guard. You have no right to arrange an armistice without my orders.
I arranged a truce. Kutuzov suggested terms on armistice. If Kutuzov is prepared
to... Of course Kutuzov's prepared to talk terms. Gives him time, don't you understand? You are causing me to lose the fruits of a campaign. We'll end the truce immediately and march on the enemy.
But Kutuzov's emissary, I must warn you, has signed a capitulation document.
And I'm telling you it's not worth the paper it's written on. Only the Tsar of Russia has the right to do that. If and when he does, I will ratify it. It's my belief you're letting yourself be tricked Like the Austrians were tricked on the bridge of Vienna. Well, we realize that now, but we thought Bagration's force was the main Russian army coming up. The main Russian army is withdrawing in the direction of Austerlitz. You are facing a rear guard. Attack and destroy it. Those are my orders.
Who is in charge here?
I am, Your Excellency. Artillery Captain Tushin.
Where are your boots?
They're in the wagon.
Is that the kind of example you set your men? If they were an attack now, you'd look pretty foolish.
Well, the fact is, Your Excellency, the ground's a bit slippery. You can't get a hold when you're rushing around with ammunition boxes and things. You slip. So I took them off.
Is that the French over there?
Yes, Your Excellency. You can see the smoke from their fires. We're closer to them here than anywhere in the line.
What are your orders?
Oh, none yet. Nobody's come up with any. But if we see the French, we'll start firing, don't you worry.
French infantry have broken through the line of the Kiev Grenadiers, Your Excellency.
Who's been posted down there in the wood?
The Pavlograd Hussars, Your Excellency.
Good. Send the reserve regiment in then. Here they come.
Draw sabers! As a what? Forward!
What's the matter? I'm not moving. Have I fallen? Am I dead? Where is everyone? Everyone's gone. What do I do now? Ah, there they are. Thank God.
Are you mad? Twice you've been ordered to retreat. The line is pulling back. You've left yourself exposed here. Get these guns moving. Yes, Your Excellency. Only I'm a bit short-handed. Come, I'll give you a hand. Thank you, Your Excellency. Come on, lads. Get the guns moving. I must say, Your Excellency, we haven't seen many of your lot this far up today. They usually stand 20 or 30 yards off and shout their orders from there.
So as soon as I saw the 1st Battalion disorganized, I stood on the road and said to myself, I'll let them get through and then open fire, and that's what I did. I wouldn't be in Murat's shoes when the Emperor catches up with him tonight.
Now, what amused me was the Pavlograd Hussars. They were so intent on watching their front, they missed the French coming into the wood behind them. I had to rally a platoon of infantry to deal with them.
And you, Prince?
I saw no heroics today, except our soldiers fighting and dying where they stood.
I thank you all, gentlemen. Though the French broke a truce today and took us by surprise, we held the line and withdrew in good order. Except for the center, why was that left exposed? I sent you up with orders to withdraw. Did you not get there?
Yes, Your Excellency. But the officer in charge, Tushin, he's not the best material. They brought him here. He's outside. Do you want to see him? Tushin, come in here.
Only one gun was brought back from the center today. That is a disgrace. Why did you not withdraw when given the order?
I don't know. We hadn't the men.
You could have got them from the covering troops.
If I may say so. We owe most of today's success to the endurance of Captain Tushin's battery. He smashed up attack after attack through the center of the line. When I got to him, 2/3 of his men were dead, and 2 of the guns destroyed. I don't believe he ever received proper orders to withdraw. Excuse me.